Why is it when men have a great woman at home, cooks, cleans, perfect loving, that men still feel the need to cheat?
Real men don't cheat.
There you go.
All right, first of all, let's just throw that out there. We don't cheat. If you're a real man, you don't.
Boys cheat.
Boys cheat. All right. But I will tell you that while you are giving yourself a great Yelp review and saying that perfect loving,
There you go.
and all that other stuff, you might be, overselling your gifts. Like, you might need to step it up a little bit. Cheating doesn't mean that it's something that's your fault, but if you're spending too much time telling yourself that you're doing everything perfectly and everything else, that leaves no room for improvement.
I was just about to say, since you're calling your loving perfect, it means that you're not really taking the accountability on yourself to maybe think that you could make a couple of little adjustments in the bedroom. So either your loving is not as perfect as you think, or you're not giving him as much loving as he would like.
This out of the 941 says, my husband argues that I don't initiate our romantic life enough when I kiss him every morning and make it pretty clear when I'd like for us to, in quotes. How can I make him feel more desired?
Talk to him a little bit more, giving him more confidence by big upping him and giving him those compliments like, baby, you look good today. Baby, how did I get so lucky? Things like that.
Man, keep it real.
Really boost our.
That man don't want no words. That man wants you to jump on him like he jumps on you.
Okay.
That's what he wants. He don't want you to be a lady. You lady in the street. What do they say?
Freak in the sheet.
Right. So he's looking for that part. Like putting on sexy underwear and coming to bed isn't it. That's like buying a ticket to the game. That don't mean you getting on the floor. He wants you to get a jersey on, stretch, do all of the drills, and then get into the game. So just getting in the bed sexy or kissing him in the morning saying, ooh, it's time. No, he wants you to. He want the hawk tour.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
He want the hawk
He
tour.
want the hawk
He
tour.
want the girl that is viral right now is
Spit on that
viral
thing.
because that was shocking for most people. Yeah. Because the hawk tour was like, yo,
that's initiated.
That's what that woman can get a new diamond. And she ain't probably worth a damn.
She knows what it is,
But
though.
she is not just kissing him on the forehead saying, baby, come home because you know what time it is. Mm-hmm. No, she hocked her. It's different. So if I'm going to be real, he wants you to get hands-on and actually get some tangible, I want that now. So don't just lay there because now you got the smell goods on and then he still has to initiate. Initiate means that you see him, you seek it, you want it. There's nothing wrong with
getting a little bit more freaky. You
can
say it. Get a little bit more freaky.
There's nothing wrong with throwing your hair up in a scrunchie and just getting down and just saying, come here before you go to work and bye-bye.
In simpler forms, your initiation isn't as obvious as you think it is. You need to do a little bit more.
Don't just be in the room. Be on top of your groom.
Bow! Bow! Bars right there. There we go.
You got the questions. We got the answers. Manswers!
This one is for video gamers. My partner loves his video games, which is his outlet, and I understand that. But I get my feelings hurt when I can barely get a conversation out of him. He'll chat with his gamer friends' ears off. Should I take such offense, or I just jealous they're getting that attention and I am not? I think this is me right here.
This would be all you. That's all you.
You already know this is his outlet. A lot of the times when us guys go to play video games, we're trying to get away from everything else. That's our release. That's our way to escape from the rest of the world. And that's our time we got with our friends right there in that video game. So when you're coming and trying to, you also don't understand too the attention it takes for us to play those video games, because a lot of the times we take those things very seriously. You might not like it, but we love it. And that's our way to escape. So if you have something to say while we're playing video games, like, don't take offense to if we're not giving you that conversation that you want. Wait till we get off that game.
Listen, I will not question you on male answers when, but I will say that the ladies always say, how long are you going to be on that game, though?
Yeah.
Because I know women who complain about it, because dudes will say, hey, I'm only off on Saturday, so let me play. And they'll do 6-7 hours. And it's like, that's a full-time job. If you work Monday through Friday and your girl has to watch you play whatever it is for 6 hours, That might be a lot.
That's excessive.
So why don't you at least set her? It'll help you if you set her expectations. Hey, babe, give me 3 hours to go get my groove on.
There you go.
And then I will tap out at this time, and let's go do us.
But don't try to do during the game.
All right. So out of the 813, it says, why are guys only interested in me as a plaything? I'm never the serious consideration. I get calls late night or last minute to go out, and I don't like it. Why am I not being taken serious?
You giving up the goodies too easy, mama. I'm sorry. But you even said it yourself. They're calling you late night because they know they could get it from you late night. And they know that they don't have to really put in that much work to get it from you.
All right,
sorry.
So that is true. Also, I will say to correct it, stop being available. Stop being available. Put some limits, some parameters on it, because there are people out there that you call last minute, and there are people out there that you call on a Monday to try and get in on a Saturday. Those girls that are that have worth in their play as well as worth in what they say are getting calls on Monday. And then saying, hey, what are you doing this weekend? And then you are just leading up to this Saturday saying, hey, so we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and you're talking about it. But then there's the girls who are like, all right, it's Friday night, it's 11 o'clock, what you doing? Mm-hmm. You up? Mm-hmm. Like, that's Pound Town. All right. Yeah. If you don't want to live in Pound Town, then that means that you got to raise the game of the other things that you have, so you're not just seen as play.
Yeah, you got to set boundaries yourself.
All right, listen, you got the question. We got the answers. Manswers!
How do you tell Thumper to slow down in the bedroom?
All right, listen.
You know what Thumper is?
Yeah, Thumper's a rabbit.
Yeah.
He got happy humping.
Yeah. He's too quick.
Well, I mean, listen. First of all, you got to set the tempo and maybe show him. Because the other thing about having a real partner, if you have just conquest, then you're not really learning each other's, dance. But if you have somebody who is in like your room all the time, that means that you got to sit down and lay him down and say, baby, let me control this. Let me take the joystick this time.
Take control, baby.
And then you show him how to slow, and they have a thing that's on the edge of stuff. I don't know if I could say the actual term, but like there's a
I know what you mean.
There's a task that takes you to the edge of things. And whatever, and it teaches you the different rhythm. If you can do that with him, maybe he'll appreciate that and see that the ovation is much larger of an applause at the end, and he will be like, wow, and then you'll say, oh man, I loved it that way. And once we hear that,
there you
if
go.
I slam dunk and you like, baby, you dunked so good, I'm going to try that dunk every time you come out and see me play.
Exactly.
So if you love what I did, and you show me how it goes, then that'll be a good look right there. So show him. Show him the lover you want him to be.
Take control and show him what it is.
There you go. Hands on. Oh man, look at this. All right, wait. Hey guys, I need advice. I currently work 2 full-time jobs, 9 to 5 and 11 to 7. I took in the second job because my man isn't stepping up financially. He spends his check on him and barely helps with the bills. I'm getting burnt out and want to tell him to step up, but we fight when I bring up money. I'm ready to leave, but I just want to know, is there something I'm doing wrong that makes him think he can do what he wants with his money and not help with the bills?
So it kind of seems like you set the expectation that you are paying these bills and that you have been paying these bills. So now he feels like he doesn't have to help.
I'm not going to make it your fault, because Lord knows if I had a woman that had that kind of hustle, I'd be doing everything I could to try and make sure that you were feeling whole. So I do think you need to let a couple things lapse. If he comes home to play, like Rich said, his video game and the electricity ain't on, you going to get his attention. And you let him know. Like, let some things fall by the wayside and say, hey, I'm sorry, I don't have it. Like, I mean, we need to. And then also, when you correct it, if it does get corrected, it's going to have to take a budget, and it's going to have to take some line items to say, hey, we both in here. We both need to contribute, whether it's a checking account you guys got shared or something like that. But mama, don't think that you're at fault here. You are not at fault. And Buddy is really taking advantage of a situation because you are are overstepping the space that you need to be in. So you're doing the right thing. You're doing way too much, and you're about business, and he's not standing on that right now.
Yep.
So I think you should sit down with him and say, listen, here's the bills. Here's what you're going to be responsible for. Here's what I'm responsible for. And if he doesn't handle that, then you got to, sometimes vote him off the island. Like it's a whole game of Survivor. Okay?
There you go.
You got a couple minutes to collect your stuff, extinguish your torch, and get on off this island. There you go. All right,
if not,
that's what you got to do. You got the question. We got the answers. Manswers!